You're listening to the Daily Sales Tips podcast, and I'm your host, Scott Ingram. Today's idea goes hand in hand with the imposter syndrome and isn't too different from a tip I shared on that topic way back in tip number 176. And as always, you can quickly get to any tip by going to DailySales.Tips /that tip number. So in this case, 176. But I digress. What I want to talk about is impact. Too often, I think we think too big right out of the gate. We want immediate scale and to have a huge impact. But let me ask you this. If you could share an idea or teach something and it impacted just one person, wouldn't it be worth it? For me, the answer is almost always yes. And really, if you can't impact one person, how do you expect to be able to impact dozens, hundreds, or thousands? It starts with one. Here's the other thing that happens when you seek to have that kind of impact, especially if it's in the form of sharing your knowledge. You often impact yourself. The process of distilling your idea and working to communicate your concept reinforces your own learning. It will remind you of the hard-fought lessons you've already learned. This happened for me just last week. In last weekend's newsletter, I talked about how sometimes we just have to keep moving forward, even if we don't feel like it. First, that message was really for me. I needed to push through a cold and feeling a little bit bad to get just a few core things done. Even if it didn't move anybody else, it served me. But the best part was that it did help somebody else. I got a note from a reader just a few minutes after I sent that email where she let me know that the message was coming at the perfect time for her. She was in the middle of a long list of follow-ups and wanted to push all of it off. But thanks to my note, she kept going. In fact, I followed up with her the next day, and she was able to share how great she felt in having gotten her list done. One person. Maybe that message impacted others. You won't always hear back or know about all of those that you impact, but the more that you share, the more you impact. So please, share your tips, share your stories, share your wisdom. Even if you help just one person, it'll be worth it. And if you keep going, who knows how many people you might be able to reach. Keep going, my friends.